And hello there, this is going to be an honest review of Starsand. And at the end, I am going to give you the basic spoiler tips on how to actually start this game off effectively and all that kind of stuff. What is this game? This is a survival adventure game in the desert. And it is very basic. Can I say basic again? It is very basic while we're waiting here to load it up. It loads up pretty fast for loading loading wise. But yeah, you get on. This is what the game looks like. Stuck here. There we go. Yeah, you can build your own little huts as you see fit. They look okay. All those different resources and stuff. So you have all the stuff going on here. You can build, you can craft, you can farm. Waste of time farming. You can build traps, and then you have all your basic combat and your hot bars and stuff like that. In this game here, you have to worry about your temperature. You got to worry about your health and your food and your water. There's no skills. There's no skills, no level ups, nothing. It's mostly an adventure game, and that is basically it. Survival becomes a non-issue in this game because they quickly give you access to an oasis, so you don't have to worry about the water too much. Food becomes really easy to get because you got these trees right here, like this date tree. You just climb up there. Eventually, there you go, climb it. You got some dates, pick them up, and same for coconuts and stuff like that. On the first oasis alone, you can get a whole stack of 20 coconuts and a stack of 20 dates, and so you're going to be good to go on food and water if we're traveling. Like you can break these up and drink the coconut water, and then split them up and then eat the coconuts. So you only need the one, and at the very start, you can get all the coconuts. It's a big oasis where you started, and this isn't it. And then you have the other resources, the tools and stuff like that. The crafting is very simple, but yeah, you have stone and you have metal. That is how basic this game is, and the combat is basic too. So these are the guys that are coming right here every day. You hear some tremors, and then these centipede type guys will come at you. They're supposed to be like alien centipedes or whatever for the storyline. They come at you 1 to 3 or so per day type of a deal. They'll come at you and they will not stop. If I go into a building, they'll just bury themselves underground and they'll try not to hit the traps, but there you go. You got hit by a trap and he's dead. And that's how easy it is. And this guy's chasing me. I'll jump inside my building here, and then he will just bury himself. He buried himself. He's gone. But they will just be underground and waiting for you to come out there. And if you don't have these traps are the ones that kill you automatically, and they're metal traps. So I just got to wait out here for him to pop up. There he is. Don't get trapped. Easy way to kill him is sidestep them as you run towards them, and then hug their body. Oops, and I climbed up on them. That's weird. But I'm just hugging them. I'm just pressing on the left and forward and moving my mouse to make sure I'm pointing at the middle of his body. And then you can chuck spears at him for more damage. It kind of screws up your movement. So, and I can pick him up, but I'm holding 2 buttons down there, so I can't pick him up. 4 spears. That's all it takes to kill him. Like that. Or I could have stabbed them the whole time, pick them up. I just could have stabbed them like that, but I wanted to try and do the spear chucking. It does more damage. It would take like 5 or 6 stabs to do it, and then you get your random loot. I'm like, that's crap for loot off the guy, but who cares about the loot off these guys who keep coming and nothing happens to them? Yeah, one off that one. Nothing worthwhile. But yeah, this game here is very limited on the enemies. That's the enemies that come after you. You have camels. You got to feed them or they run away on you and you lose all your stuff on them, which kind of sucks. You can have multiple camels. You can have a whole camel caravan if you want. But yeah, that is just something you can do in this game. And then the other enemies in this game are basically scorpions, which can be under any rock. So be careful when you're picking up stones and breaking stones and stuff like that, or just walking around the map. And it can be really hard to see sometimes, and they'll poison you, and that poison doesn't go away. So there's no time limit on it. It's just a slow ticking damage. But you have lots of time to go to any oasis and actually find the actual antidote fruit on there and craft that up there and heal yourself of that without too much of a problem. It just can be annoying having all those ticks. The hit points at night and daytime when you get too cold and too hot, it doesn't really hurt you too much. Those guys there, you could tank them out and just stab them like point blank like this. You could be just like stand there and hold the button down and wait till it dies, and it won't kill you. Type of a thing. It'll hurt you quite a bit if you're just standing there and taking the damage off of them. If there's 2 of them, they could probably kill you if you're standing there and don't do anything. But you'll heal yourself up pretty fast. Most of the time, I'm traveling at night in this game, and I take some cold damage, and then it heals up, and then I take more cold damage. It heals up. It's not really much of an issue for that. And then the daytime, you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff when you got the camels and going on there. But this is more storyline based because survival becomes a non-issue. Building buildings becomes irrelevant. You really only need to build one of these furnaces so you can actually get your sulfur and metal going, and so you need clay and stuff like that. and the farming is a waste of time. Let's say you need to get the seeds to do it, and this water doesn't fill automatically, so you got to do it manually. And that would have been like a nice thing that you really should add on there, is have your water fill automatically. There's no point in leaving it in there because it doesn't do anything. But that's how you water stuff, and you got to water it like 4 or 5 times or something like that before it even grows properly, and it won't grow unless there's water in there. So you got to be there to fill it up. It's just time intensive. Meanwhile, everything on the oasis just regrows. So on this game, everything will just regrow automatically. A couple days later, you get a restocking of food. If I cut this tree down, it will regrow in stages. Like every couple days, it'll be bigger and bigger until it's fully grown, and then it will have fruit the next time it pops up on this really growth on its automatic growth stage. Resources like the rocks and stuff like that will respawn too, and all the nodes that you mine for your metal and your sulfur and your clay and your stone. That's basically it that's all you get for this game. Really. And the map is a static map, and that means everything is going to be exactly where it is. Nothing is going to be randomized. This is your map. This is your starting zone. Brings you to this oasis right here to start off with, and then you just run around the whole map and explore these ruins, get recipes off of them, and the materials that you get from finding stuff in these different oases, and then you just go to the pyramid, do the quest, blah blah blah, and Bob's your uncle. That's the whole game. Basically, you gotta do the quest line, and the 5 out of 10 for this game is basically because I don't even want to finish this game. It just becomes that boring, and doing parkour at the end to get to the boss it just turns me off. It really does. This game is just not interesting enough for me to actually finish it, and I'm not going to finish it now. Maybe later if I got some other things to do, but a 5 out of 10 means it's playable, it works, it's decent, but it's not in depth, it's not really survival, it's just follow the adventure and follow the quest line and then fight a boss and stuff like that. And getting a suit like this is really really turns you off. When you get a suit that has jumping powers and night vision goggles type of a thing, it's more of a a fantasy type of a thing instead of a regular storyline type of thing, and you need that kind of stuff. You need to follow the quest line to get this stuff, and get your camels, ride you, different things. Get on there and ride pretty fast. It doesn't have any fast travel, which makes it really boring, and for stuff like that too. So in this map, it takes takes a couple minutes to actually run across from here to there. It'll take a couple minutes. He's hungry. He might just start walking away. There you go. There he's fed. Need to put the thing down there for him, but yeah, he'll just sit there and walk around, I guess. But yeah, the whole thing on this game is just doing that storyline, which kind of really is boring, and that is it for the game. So let's go to the part where the basic starting strategy and survival part it kicks in right here. So this game is just the map. You start right here. It runs you over to this oasis, collect your food, build your little tent or whatever, build some chest in the fire, kill some frogs, get some meat if you want. But basically you get here, get used to the controls and getting some resources, and then move your way up over to here. So just go a little bit north to the east, and then here is like a C-shaped canyon. It's not an oasis, but it has water underneath it. But this place here, it has a whole bunch of hyenas, and you can get leather right away. This is a little bit closer than this one right here. You don't have to go here. But getting the hyenas is a lot easier than traveling from here to there. This is pretty close. Maybe it could be over here more, but that's up to you. You can go straight to here, or you can go straight to there. Up to you on what you want, but you have to come here. You need the leather, and then only over here is camels. And you want to tame one, you can kill the rest. And it's your choice. Just go. You can just keep going straight to the east. Like, why not? Just go straight to the east, and you will find some camels and stuff like that. Kill them, get some leather, save one, and feed it. And feed it twice and you tame it, and then you can have your backpack going and then build a nice little base over here. It has all the resources. It has the things like these hemp trees right here, and you can break them apart and get your hemp off of them, and it drops the little things. These are the little leaf buds here. The only use for these things is to recharge your gear, so you can recharge your suit and recharge your seed gun you get later on in this game. And then that's what it's used for. So destroy these coca plants, get your recipe to get your loom up and running, and get your cloth going to build your saddle and stuff like that right away off of that zone. And in that area over there, over in here, it has metal, it has clay, and metal, stain, clay, and stone. It's got some crocodiles. Crocodiles will take 6 spears to chuck at them, by the way. So make sure you have at least 6 spears on you if you're going to kill them that way, or a lot of arrows and bows, which would be hard to pick up after, or lots of stab going on there to kill them. If you want to kill them, but they have lots of leather and lots of crocodile food, and there's some eggs over there which you just cook up and eat. Nothing special, and lots of different types of food over there. But yeah, get all your resources, build a little base, get ready to go, and then start traveling the different runes. You need 3 different scrolls from these runes over here. So once you pick them up and got all that stuff going, you are good to go to over here. But you might want to build a little base over here instead, or up here on one of these oases. So you get it a little bit closer to over here, because right here is not an oasis. This is like this here zone right here is like maybe an old oasis, which is a whole bunch of metal and sulfur and clay and dead trees all over this place right here. Big, huge farming zone. So make sure you have your backpack and your thing there. Once you get that done and all that farming, you're going to have all the metal you need and all the dead wood you need to start cooking all that clay up there and building everything that you need to build. So build your furnace, build your stuff. You need some metal. You need to do that because you're going to need that sulfur cooked up, and you're going to need that charcoal cooked up to make your gunpowder. And you need your metal to come in here. So once you have the 3 scrolls, you come into here. There's going to be a pathway you build with metal and wood planks. You get across the bridge that you make, and then you open up the chest and get the recipe to make a powder keg. So you get the crafting recipe to build the placeable, you get the explosive barrel. So you need that 5 gunpowder, and you need the metal and stuff like that. That's why you do that, and collect that sulfur that's way over there, and get that all settled up and ready to go. And then you use that explosive to blow up the other pathway, which gets you access to the small cave and the suit that you have and your night vision goggles that you get on your suit that come with it. Then you eventually get in there too. So you get that in there. And then there's going to be inside that area there, inside the pyramid there, at the end of it, there is going to be a circular symbol on the ground with 4 runes that light up. So it's going to be a circle symbol with 4 runes that light up. Screenshot those runes, because there's going to be a random on every playthrough type of a deal. So screenshot those 4 runes, and then when you come over here, up here, this here area here is going to have a big, huge temple in here full of weed. It's so full of weed. You can get at least over 100 hemp off of those plants in there when you destroy them all. Tons of hemp. Don't worry about it. I would recommend building a base nearby. If you can build a well nearby, I would just do that, just to be close and have some access to water near here. But once you open up this doorway, to open up the doorway, when you get to it, you have to have the 4th scroll you get from here, I think. You get the 4th scroll at the end of it. But you need those 4 symbols on the door. You come to the doorway, and you need to put your night vision goggles on, and then on this doorway, it's going to have these symbols that light up. And then you have to find the 4 symbols that you have that lit up before, that you took a screenshot of, and then wait for them to come around in the circle. And once that symbol lights up, you interact with it, and then it will stay lit up. So it'll stay lit up if you got the right symbol. Then you wait until it actually comes around to the other symbols, and then once all 4 are lit up, and if you made a mistake, they'll just reset, and then you're going to do it again. But once all 4 are lit up, the door opens, and that is access right here to the end of the game, basically. And then you're going to follow the pathway, search all the runes that are in there, and there is a water pool in there, and there's a red version of these hemp plants, which will recharge your stuff. That's where the seed gun is. You get the seed gun in there too, and then you just go in there and kill everything. And then with your seed gun and recharge it, you can build a base in there. Then you gotta do that parkour shit and find the boss and kill the boss. No tips on killing the boss, because I haven't done it, and I'm probably not going to do it because it just wasn't that interesting to me to actually get that done at the moment. Because parkour shit, jump across a cliff, yay! Oh, jump up the cliff faces, yay! Oh, you bounced off the wall. I just bounced off my tent and flew into the water. I flew off the cliff and you died. Reload, try again. I'm sleeping. Just like there's no fast travel, sleeping from traveling from point A to point B, it's really boring. That's what takes all the time up in this game. So yeah, it's going to stay at a 5 out of 10. It has no potential to be better. Adding more stuff it's not going to change the gameplay and the basic functions on it, unless they can actually add things like you have to fix too much in this game to actually make it a decent survival type of a game and a decent a decent experience in the long run. It is a short run game, basic and simple, easy to do, it works. And that is basically it. 5 out of 10 for its play value. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.